Okay. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, everybody. Depending on where are you located. Could you please confirm that the screen is showing the XamarinAlliance.com website and that you can hear me? Could you please confirm in chat? Okay, excellent. Well, so let's get started because we have a lot of work to do in this evening here in Europe. But maybe you are in another country and the day is just starting, or maybe you are in the afternoon. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis Beltrán. I am Mexican, also Microsoft MVP and Xamarin certified mobile developer. Right now I am doing a PhD in the Czech Republic in the Zlín town, and well, it's quite a challenge, but I think it's okay to learn about artificial intelligence and also combine it with mobile applications. That's why I'm interested in Xamarin and also trying new challenges and learning new things. Here are my social links where you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook. I also sometimes upload projects to GitHub, and well, you also can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we are here to solve the Xamarin Alliance challenges, which are quite interesting. Here you will learn how to develop a Xamarin Forms application which can be deployed to Android, iOS, and also Windows 10 devices. And it is also awesome how you can improve this application to connect it to, for example, an Azure backend in order to retrieve data, and also add authentication with Facebook, for instance, or Twitter, and finally retrieve images by using a token from a secure location. So you can ask me any questions whenever you want. I will check the chat regularly, and well, I think that's all from my presentation. Let me introduce with the Xamarin Alliance challenges. In this case, well, you can register or you can join this series of coding challenges. Right now there are 6 challenges, but in order to receive a diploma, a valid and official diploma from Microsoft and Xamarin, you need to complete these 5 challenges, and then after a few days you will receive this certificate in your email inbox. Well, now there is a 6th challenge, but well, I have not checked it yet, but for sure it is quite interesting. So before we get started, I don't know if you have any questions about these challenges or about Xamarin, or we can proceed to the to solve the first challenge. Everything is fine. Okay, excellent. Good to hear that. Hello, Victor. Hello, Brian. How are you today? I hope everything is going fine. And thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming, by the way. Okay, so I think we can start with the first challenge, which is get locked and loaded. Through this, are we going to register right now? Well, I think you can register while I am talking. Yeah, well, I think I can skip that part because I am already registered, but it is very easy. I mean, you just need to select your country. In case that your country is not listed, you can select other European countries and select one country from the list, which I recommend you to select a country which is close to your language, because you will receive some emails. I don't know if Spain is listed, but maybe you can select Italy. Okay, but you just need to fill out the form, and then you will be officially registered into the challenge. But you can do it while I am talking. But don't worry about the country, because at the end, when you complete the 5th challenge, you will be asked again about your country, and this time you can type it. I don't remember if you type it or select it from a list, but you can select Mexico, Peru, or whichever country you are from. So if you have any question, another question, just let me know. So the first challenge is very descriptive, because it mentions how you can set up your environment for the whole project. It explains you that through this series of coding challenges, you will learn how to develop cross-platform mobile applications using Xamarin. Okay, hi Peter, thank you for coming. You typed it, okay, yes. And well, I think it's very important, particularly for people who are starting in the Xamarin project, because it explains you that you can work with Windows or Mac computer. It also explains you that you can use Visual Studio 2015 or 2017. I recommend you 2017, but it's up to you. And well, also explains about the tools. It also provides useful links for setting up your environment if you are using 2015 or 2017. I think that both Visual Studio versions are quite okay. If you have Visual Studio 2013 installed, you will not be able to complete these challenges, because, well, I tested it once, and well, that version is too old right now for all the improvements about Xamarin. So honestly, I recommend you to upgrade to either 2015 or 2017. My environment is Visual Studio 2017, and I am also using Visual Studio emulators, which are installed as well when you install Visual Studio and also Xamarin. And what else? Well, in this case, the Visual Studio emulators use Hyper-V technology. It means that you need either Windows 8.1 Pro or Enterprise version, or Visual Studio 10 Pro or Enterprise version. But there are another possibilities. You can use, for example, Genymotion emulators, or the best option would be to use your device, tablet, smartphone, and also Windows 10 device, iPhone. So there are many possibilities. Okay, so good to hear that you are already done with the 3 challenges. So I hope that this session will be very useful for you for the last 2 challenges that you still need to complete. There is still time because this challenge ends this month. I mean June 30. So we have plenty of time to do it, but I hope that you can complete it maybe today or tomorrow. By the way, this video is recorded. The link will be the same that you are attending right now, so don't worry if you can't finish today. Maybe tomorrow you can check again the video. Okay, so what else? Okay, so I hope that you already have the tools installed. It will take some time, but it's these links are very useful and very handy. So I hope that you don't have any problems. Otherwise, well, just ask and we can help. Okay, so after you install the tools, you can start developing the application. Here, GitHub repository link is provided. So, okay, we can click on it, and well, we can either clone it or download it. I will download it. The zip, it is a zip folder which actually contains a solution for the first 3 challenges, but of course we will check all of them, and also the description of 4th and 5th challenge, and so on. Okay, so in this case, let me show you. We have the zip folder here. Just let me delete these two to avoid any confusion. And according to the instructions, we need first to unlock this zip for security reasons, as this file came from external location, and it also helps when we are compiling the solution, or otherwise we may receive a warning or error messages while downloading the packages or compiling the libraries. So it is better if you right click on this zip folder, then click on properties, and click on unlock here in this option, then apply and accept. Then we can proceed to extract this folder. Okay, I can talk a bit about this project, or this initiative is organized by the Microsoft Benelux team, which is, if I'm not wrong, Belgium, Luxembourg and Netherlands. And well, Peter is one of the people in charge of this project. So thank you very much, because it is really a good learning experience, and I hope that everybody agrees with this. Okay, so now that the content is extracted, we can open the solution, but first I recommend you to move this folder to a short path, because sometimes when you are compiling or adding new NuGet packages, you know that in Windows, on Windows there is a limit on number of characters. So I recommend you to use a short path. For instance, we can, well, I will work with my G drive, Xamarin folder, and well, I have some projects. I will create new folder here, and then I will paste, sorry, the projects here. So let's click on the folder and open challenge 1 solution in source folder. Okay. I will close this one. Okay, only Belgium and Luxembourg. So this application uses Star Wars characters information, and well, you will see how we can at the beginning show a list of characters, four characters, but then this application will allow you to do more things. For the beginning, only a list of these characters will appear when you deploy the project. This information is obtained from a JSON file and only contains one page. Okay, for example, in this case, this warning appears. It means that I don't have the SDK specific Windows 10 version installed, so I can just omit this message, because well, for this session I will not target Windows 10. I will work only with Android. It's up to you if you want to also target iOS or Universal Windows Platform. This information is also provided in the first challenge, starting with the unblocking of the zip file, and also that you can target only specific platforms. Okay, so once the project is loaded, you need to select a platform-specific project as starter project, either Android, iOS, or Universal Windows Platform, which for in my case is not available. Okay, so I will select Android project as a starter project. Okay, here. Set up as a started project. You will see that it will be bold now when this change is performed. Okay, now it is bold. It means that this is the main project. Okay, what else? we can select either emulator or physical device and just run the application. So in my case, I will select the emulator, which is already running. So for the first time, it will take a few minutes in order to download some references and also some packages which are not included in the GitHub repository, but there is a file packages.config which contains the packages or the libraries that should be downloaded to the project in order to compile, such as newtonsoft.json, Xamarin Forms, and also microsoft.net.http to establish, for example, internet connections to websites or to endpoints. Okay, while it is compiling, we can check the application. So it consists of controllers, character service. This character service basically has some methods to read information from a file. In this case, the file is this characters.json. Okay, you can see here information about some characters by Organa, non-movement, and so on. Okay, so this file is read by using stream reader, and then this information is it creates a list, or in this case, an array of characters. There are also helpers, in this case only constant, which is the name of the file, characters.json, and you may see that characters file name is used in this service. Here it is. And there is also models and views. The model that is used is characters.cs, which agrees or is has the same structure as the characters.json. You may see here that each character has ID, height, gender, URL, biography, name, appearances, and this structure is here as well: ID, name, biography, gender, height, and so on. So actually, when we obtain the information from the file, we convert it as observable collection of characters. So it is a cast, and we use this model. There is also a model for movies and weapons. Okay. Okay, as you may see, well, it is taking some to compile, but it is okay. Okay, now the view that needs to rouse, and also while the information is being retrieved from the file, there is activity indicator in order to show that something is happening. Okay, and now the application is compiling. There is also a stack layout which contains a label as a title, Xamarin Alliance members, and also a list view, character list, which will show in this case, only name and biography. In this case, we are the project is using binding to show specific. Give me a moment, because it is using binding to show specific properties from the project, and we populate this list view in the code behind. Here we have The just a second. We specify the item source. Yes, with the refresh items method. Okay, here character list item source is and we call the service get characters async method we already described. And well, I think for the first challenge is quite simple, but also very descriptive, very powerful. And there is also app.cs file, which where you set up the root page of your application. In this case, character list page, and yeah, that's it. So while it is compiling, I don't know if you have any questions. Okay, there is a question. Is it possible to store data from web service type view of the database and have method? Yes, actually, the third challenge allows you to obtain data from an Azure backend. We will see how to set it up and also retrieve information from it. But of course, you can also use your own server. Well, maybe you know that in my blog, I am writing some posts about obtaining data from WCF service, and in few days I will also publish how to do it from web API. For the moment, I have written two posts to post about it. Expect the next part in the next week. Yep, but I think that post will be useful for you. Okay. So now the application is already implemented. If you can see the screen, just refresh the video because I already updated that part. Okay. Well, here we can see the application. Okay, I think I have the same problem I had before because I have the application installed, so I think that it is messing. Yeah, I have some problem with my emulator. Okay, so just wait a moment, please. I will use my tablet. So well, sometimes that's the risk of running a live session, but don't worry, it will work. Okay. Let me show you. I will deploy the application to my Android tablet, I will use Movizen application, so you can see my what is happening in this tablet. Mm. Yeah, dependency injection, yeah, is quite recommended. Okay, are you receiving, Victor? It should compile. Maybe one workaround would be to right click on references, and you should have one option about restore NuGet packages. Also, remember, mm, Victor, remember that you should unblock the the mm, the zip folder. Okay. Did you unblock the zip folder and then move it to a short path? And you can also tell me which version of Visual Studio you are using. Okay, that is a bit weird. Mm, you can check also, Victor, other error messages, because sometimes that is not the real error, but another one. Or you can also open Visual Studio as administrator and then open the solution file. So try to do that while this first challenge is finished. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Try that, and then you can tell me. Okay. I think now it will be implemented. So let's hope. Okay. Now it is running. Okay. And then you can see the information there. you can see the characters that we had in the file. Yes. So the first challenge is actually completed. Very easy. We just had a few problems with the emulator and also device, but as I said, it is better, much better to use device. I didn't have any problem with the emulators while I was preparing the session, but you know, sometimes this happens when you don't want it. But anyways, you can see that the application is working, and if we select one of these characters, nothing happens because it's very basic. But in the next challenge, actually, we will improve it in order to show details about these characters. So I don't know if you have any questions for the moment. As you can see, it is very easy, and as you can show that you finish this challenge, I recommend you to either tweet it or share it on Facebook. You can, for example, click here and then you can use tweet. But you can also improve this tweet by adding screenshots of your application and so on. No? So why not? Let's tweet it. And we are locked and loaded. So congratulations on completing the first challenge. Now maybe we can proceed to second challenge. If you have any questions, I will be glad to answer them. So just type it on chat while I am stopping this. Oh, excellent. Good to hear that, Victor, that the application just compile and work when you run the Visual Studio as administrator. Okay, good to hear that. So that's a recommendation. In case that you have problems with the building or compiling, you can just open Visual Studio as administrator. As you can see, in my case, it was not necessary, but maybe depending on your environment, it will be a need or useful. Okay, so while you type another question, let's move to challenge number 2. In this case, as we said, okay, we already completed the first challenge. It is only a single page application. That's okay, but a limiting experience, of course. Okay, well, Victor asks if we need to validate the challenges. The answer is no, it is not necessary, but it is better, let's say, or it also helps to the project if you share your experience, if you tweet it. Only the 5th challenge is validated. You will learn here about it, but let's have some fun. Tweet it, share it. I know. I am pretty sure that your friends will be interested. Oh, what is Victor doing? Or how did you got this badge? And they will join the challenge. So I think it's very entertaining and also a fun experience. So why not? It is not necessary, but it is good if you did. Okay. So in this challenge, in this second challenge, we learn how to add multiple pages and implement navigation. It means that we add more content to our application to have multiple pages. Also send parameters from one page to another. and also obviously how to navigate or how to move from first page to second one. So in this challenge, you learn that with Xamarin Forms there are different pages, type of pages: content page, master detail page, navigation page, tab page, and carousel page. The last two, for example, if you have developed Windows Phone or Windows 10 applications, maybe you have heard about pivot and panorama pages. Well, these are similar: tab page, carousel page. So these are, and well, you can also click on this link and you will get more information. For this challenge, well, both navigation page and master detail page will be considered. Of course, it is up to you if you want to add more information. You can modify the challenge as you wish, because, well, the more you update it, the more you learn. For the moment, I will focus only on what it says on the challenge, but it is up to you to update it. Okay. So here we learn that, for example, we can implement hierarchical navigation. It means that our application may behave as a browser where we can navigate through pages both forwards and backwards. In mobile application development, we learned that this navigation page uses a stack. It means that you will add pages to this structure, and if you go backwards, the one at the top will be you will return to that page. It will be popped, okay? And when you navigate to a new page, it will be pushed to the stack. The first page of the navigation stack should create the navigation page structure, and it is called obviously the root page. When this root page is popped out, the application ends or it is closed. If we need to navigate to another page, we use push async method, and if we need to go back, we can use pop async method. And by the way, we can, while we are navigating, we can provide values, or we can pass information to a new page when we use push async. But one way to do it can be to pass it through a constructor. Another possibility would be to declare a public property in the detail page or in the new page, and when we create the object, update the property. So it is very easy. And well, we also learn about master detail pages and the code how to implement them. Obviously, we need to, in order to pass information from our application, we need to implement the item selected event from a list view, and then we will be able to navigate to the detail page. Okay, so that's it for the explanation. Then we can code the challenge. Okay, so first of all, we can use the same challenge one. First of all, we need to double click app.cs and establish the root page of the navigation stack. It means that we need to change or update this line, main page. It will be new navigation page, and then as parameter we provide the instance of the root page. In this case, we just need to add a new character list page and close the parentheses, and that's it for the first part. Second part would be to add a new view. So we can right click views folder, add a new element, we can select with cross-platform category, and then forms blank content page XAML. The name of this new page could be character detail page. Okay, and then you will see that here we have both XAML and C# files. Okay, so the basic idea is that here we will show more information about each character. So we can start by typing the following. Just give me 1 second. For the moment, I don't know if you have any questions. Just let me check, and otherwise we can continue. Just let me know. Everything okay? Okay, so let's work on the code. I will start adding a stack layout with some padding. I will show well, okay, let me open the characters JSON. Okay, I will show the following information: biography, name, gender, height, and list of movies. Okay. So first, I can start with the name. I can create another stack layout. Oops, sorry. Stack layout. Well, for some reason this was disclosing it, but I don't want that. Okay. Let's add label with text name and another label. This will contain a name. Name label. Okay. What else? We can. I will copy this to add more information. Biography, and then biography label. Don't worry about these errors. It will actually compile, but for some reason, well, Visual Studio is showing this. Okay, I will add Xamarin Forms. But no, the error is not is the same. So don't worry, it will compile probably in your environment. Everything is working, but don't worry too much about it. Okay, now I will copy this again. Now I will type gender and gender label. I can add orientation. So we can not for biography, only for gender name. What else? Height. Okay, we can also show height. You can show as much information as you want. Height label. And then movies. Okay. Stack layout. Label. Sorry. Text. Movies. Then list view with a name. Movies list view y una altura. When we are working with list views, we usually define data item template, which means that the structure or the information that will be shown. We actually use list view while we were working with the character list page. You can see it here. Yep. The item template, data template, and view cell. In this case, this is a custom view cell which defines name and biography. But we will use it to show movies information. So we already define item template. Then we will go to data template and view cell. Stack layout with padding. And we will just show text. We will show the title of each movie. How do I know that we are using a title? Well, since we are going to show movies. Here you can see the model for movie, and here we have a title. Actually, the name of the property is this one, title. Okay. So that's why I am using here this title. Okay. And that's it. Yep. Just let me check. Yes. That's the whole code for this detail page. Then we can proceed to the code behind, which is the C# file. I will add some namespaces, which is Xamarin Alliance app.models, because I will define a character and I will send this character through the constructor. Sorry. Yep. And we'll assign it here. We already talked about this technique while we were reading the challenge. Here, let me show. Yes, here. we mentioned that when we are going to navigate to a new page, one possibility would be to send the element through the constructor. Okay, so we can continue. Then we can use we can override one method, which is on appearing. Override on appearing. If you use tab, then it will be auto completed. Okay, now we can use we can set the different labels or controls from our page. For example, name label dot text is character will contain character name, and then biography label dot text assigned to character dot biography, gender dot text, gender label dot text assigned to character dot gender, and so on. Height label character dot height. Height is a float property, so we need to convert it to string. And movie list view, sorry, dot item source is assigned to character dot appearances, which is the property which contains a collection of movies. And I think that's it. We have 5 properties assigned. Let me quickly check or go through. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's it. Okay, so now this code is completed, but then we need to send or navigate from character list to character detail page. It means that when the user taps on one element, this detail page will be shown. Okay, so let's go first to character list page .xaml. We just need to add one code, which is here in the character list list view. We can add item selected event handler. It can be character selected. Okay, we can use that name for our event name. Okay, methods. Okay, so we can now open character list page .xaml.c#, and for instance I will add it here. Okay, void character selected, and we need a special signature. I think we have okay, yeah, we have it here. Actually, why not? I will copy this code and I will update it accordingly. Async void on item selected. Well, the name of my method is a bit different, but it's okay. Void character selected. Okay, so I will paste it and I will update it. Character selected. Object sender selected. Change even hours. Okay, that's fine. Okay, each of the items shown on the list is actually a character. It means that I need to add using Xamarin Alliance app.models namespace. Okay, now it is working, and the name of my list view should be assign the selected item to null. What is the name? Character list. Okay, that's it. So let me explain what is happening here. First, we are casting each or of we are casting the selected item to a character instance. We just need to check if it is not null, and if it actually contains some information, we push the stack navigation so the user can see the new page, character detail page. And after that, after the user comes back, we deselect or unselect the character list, so it will not be remain selected. Okay, and for this challenge, that's it. Yep, that's it. So let's check it. I think that okay, yes. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will compile and deploy the project. Okay, maybe the window will go dark because sometimes that happens when I am on live session and showing either emulator or my Android device. But don't worry, I will. If this happens, I will quickly fix it. So as a summary, we just added code to implement page navigation. First, we establish or set up the root page here in the main page, the root page of the stack. Then we created a new detail page where we will show the information of a specific character, but much more information. We wrote code for both the user interface and also the implementation, means the code behind. And finally, we kind of connected or linked this detail page to our main page, which is the list page, by using selected item event, item selected event, sorry, and using push async. And for this challenge, that's it. Okay, Victor has an interesting question. It says, at memory level, what's happening each time the user clicks on an item? Is it creating a new instance of character detail page? And the answer is yes. It is creating new instance, as you can see it here. Yeah, well, I think you can analyze what is better, either creating a new instance or maybe having in memory this character detail page may be hidden, and when you require it, only update with the new information. Yeah, honestly, I have not done those performance tests. It may be interesting. It depends. I mean, maybe if this detail page is frequently called, probably yeah, it would be better to have it in memory or only go forward instead of creating new instances. Okay. So okay, the application finally compiled, and then we can check it. So this is the first page. If we tap on one, then we can see that the information of this specific character is shown, including name, biography, and also the list of movies where this character appears. We can go back, tap on another character, and here you can see the information. So this is wonderful because now our application does something else. By the way, well, here I am using a tablet, which is a big device, but probably if you are using a smartphone, you can't see the whole information about your character. If that happens, you just need to grab the details, or I mean this stack layout, into scroll view. For example, here, and close it after the stack layout, and that will help you to see all the information of your character. So yeah, in my case it will not be a significant change because, well, I can see the whole information as the tablet is a big device. Okay, so let me tell you a small secret. This application, I mean, these changes are okay, but well, I recommend you to, in order to work with the next challenges, I recommend you to work actually with the solution provided with the second in the GitHub repository, because it is a much more attractive application with some changes. Let me show you. So this is challenge 2. Okay, so let me open the solution and I will close this one. Because the GitHub repository was updated, and starting on challenge 2, some images were added, and also actually the service was kind of revamped or suffer from a big update. You will see new files, and to be honest, I like it much more. But and some classes, some models were updated. For example, there is now observable object and observable collection implementations, which are quite handy when you are working with lists. Also, a view model was implemented. In the previous code, you could see that there was only views and model, but the complete MVVM pattern design tells you to implement model, view model, and views. So yeah, I like this other project much more, and I strongly recommend you to work with the next challenges from this base project. But of course, you can work with the one that we just updated it, because we already know how this was implemented. Okay, so we set up as startup project. And again, I will just implement it. I did not implement these changes because it will take me so much. So I just uh, taught you how to implement or to solve the challenge, but then we can continue with this new um, challenge to solution. Okay, and then you will see that the application is much nicer. Okay, while it is compiling again, I will answer some questions. Okay. I have got some error messages in Visual Studio like initialize component doesn't exist. Yep. Yep, exactly. Sometimes, Francisco, sometimes Visual Studio actually tells you that there is an error or IntelliSense is not working, but when you press F5 or compile it and deploy it, you just see that it is working. Mm, I just learned, or yeah, let's say I just learned to ignore that messages. Obviously, it means that something is wrong, but to be honest, well, I spent maybe 1 day, 2 days trying to find the, the source of those error messages because, as you said, it is working, it is running. So why is Visual Studio telling me that there is one error? To be honest, I don't know. Mm, Probably mm, reinstalling everything again will may solve it, but I think it's not worth it. To be honest, I just ignore those messages and then I complete. Of course, if for some reason you receive these messages and it is not working, I recommend you to check the messages because okay, so this can happen. Okay. As you also see, Visual Studio, or in this case, Xamarin needs some RAM. Just give me 1 second because now I saw the blank screen. Um, yeah, Pau, don't worry. Mm, I hope that you enjoyed the session, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I will be glad to help the group for um, by another means. Have a good evening or night, Pau, and see you later. In my case, I have this computer has 8 GB in RAM, but sometimes the compilation is a slow process. But anyways, it is working or it is doing something. Okay. What about you guys? How are you doing in this challenge? How many of them have you completed? This last Friday, I just received my diploma, so I am very proud of it. I'm very happy. I can show it to you if you want at the end of this session. Okay, so here you can see the application running finally. Whoops. And okay, it is loading the information. Okay, yes. And you can see that well, by adding a background image, well, everything is better, or at least this is a much attractive application. And yeah, you can see, let me do it bigger. Yes, you can see the same information that we retrieve from the file. And when we tap on one item, yes, we get information. And also there is a image URL added to the to the um, JSON file, which was not included in the previous version or in challenge one. So yeah, here you can see an image um, of this character. Yep. So this is much better, right? So we can continue on this one. And yes, you can see that in characters.json, this new property was added. Yep, here, image URL. And how was this included in our view? Well, it's very simple. We have this character detail page view, and there is a binding in this property here, item.image URL. Obviously, this property is set up in code behind here. Binding context is our view model, and the view model is an instance of character detail view model. View models, character detail view model. Yep. Here, character item. Item is an instance of this character. So as I said, this new solution is I obtained it from the repository, GitHub repository. This one. So we can start working from this new project instead of the one that we just updated it. But I did it on purpose because it is better to know what changes were made. I mean, to solve the challenge, and the rest is about user interface and presentation, which of course is important. And also, a background image was set in each page. You know that each platform contains, well, you need to add the images to each platform that you are targeting. For example, in Android, you know that there is resources uh, folder, and then drawable, and then in drawable you see this background image. Yep. Depending on some resolution or size of your device, you can set this background image in different for different layouts or sizes. High definition, XH DPI, and so on. Okay. So yes, of course, you can use for your source XML, JSON files, TXT, CSV, whatever you want. Yep, of course. Actually, as you saw here, well, we have our characters.json, and then we have our character service. We can read the file the same way, I mean by using string reader, sorry. And by using the serialized object, this string is converted into an array of characters. For example, for XML files, there is a link you to XML, and there are also some classes such as XML text reader, which which can be useful when you want to reconstruct objects. Yep. So C# is very powerful language that you can use to work with your specific files. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any other questions? While you are typing or thinking about new questions, I will read the third challenge. Oh, by the way, well, don't forget, if you want to change the font, just tweet it, that we already completed this challenge. Right? So congratulations on finishing this second challenge. And then we can move. As you can see, this is very easy, but of course you are learning new things. So we can move to a much more interesting part, which is using Azure services. In this case, we are connecting. Okay, so in the third challenge, we are actually using a cloud backend instead of retrieving the information from this JSON file. Because most of the time, well, you know, we live in a connected world. We need to have new information each time, or maybe we are providing a service which is currently updating, and our customers need to get the latest updates or the latest information. So in this third challenge, we are going to use and create an Azure mobile app and also connect to it in order to get or retrieve the information from this cloud backend. Okay, but before starting, Jorge is asking a question. Which file or format file is better according to what you have worked? Well, according to my experience, JSON format file is much better. First of all, because it is simple and also short. It means that if you compare, for instance, two files, JSON file and XML file with the same information, the JSON file is smaller in size, because as you may know, well, the XML file, you need to declare the tags, opening tag and closing tag, so it's like a duplicate. And in JSON, that is not well, it is not needed. So in terms of bytes, the JSON file is much better, and especially with bigger files. Well, RSS is also XML file, so as I said, well, JSON is preferred. And I think several technologies and several services prefer JSON over XML. So that would be my recommendation. Yes, of course, RSS is the standard for your news and to share information. and also your customers are subscribed, and there are feeders for this RSS. Of course, this technology is specific for these blogs, so you can continue by using RSS, but for some other information, yeah, you can probably move to JSON. It is easy. Well, there are online services which allow you to convert your XML format into JSON content, or you can also develop a C# application. It should not be a big problem. So that's one advantage of these format file formats, because they are not they are independent of language. You can use C#, PHP, Java, whatever you want. So yeah. Okay. Mm, Thanks for your interesting questions. If you have some others, yeah, just type and I will answer. Let's move for the moment to the third challenge. So first I will teach you how to complete the challenge by using the provided backend. And then after finishing, I will teach you how you can create your own backend. But of course, it is described in this challenge tree content. As it is mentioned, we can continue from the second challenge. Okay, you can grab the complete source from GitHub repository. So we will use the nicer application, the beautiful application. Okay, you know Azure is a Microsoft technology for your cloud-based solutions. There are several options to use this Azure service. You can get 1 month free trial. You can use Visual Studio Dev Essentials, which is very handy because it gives you, I think, 25 USD per month during 1 year. So I think it's enough for some services. And of course, if you have MSDN subscription, well, you have Azure credits. There is also Azure passes, but well, sometimes they are given to Microsoft attendees to Microsoft events, or well, you can ask some people for them. Okay, so first we will use this backend, which is already created. When we finish, we will create our own Azure mobile app, and then we will see that it is working in both cases. Okay, so okay, in this part you will learn how to create the Azure mobile backend. I will skip this part for the moment to focus on the code, but after completing I will come back to it. It is very easy. Okay. Okay, so first, okay, you are given the instructions. You need to configure the mobile service client with the URL. You also connect to it and then retrieve the information. Actually, you don't need to do many changes. Okay, so let's get started. First, we will go to helpers folder and then open constants file. Yep. And here, of course, we have the characters.json reference. But now we will do this. We will declare a new constant, public static read only string mobile service URL, and I will paste the information here. Okay. This is the URL of your backend. In this case, well, the provided backend. And now there is one package that you should include in your project, in your solution. Sorry. So let's right click on solution, then manage NuGet packages for solution, and in browse tab, let's type Microsoft.Azure.mobile client. Okay, we can select this one. Select the whole solution. It means your portable class library project, and also your Android, the projects that you are targeting. In this case, I will update all of them. It is not necessary because to update iOS project because I'm not working on it, but okay, I will select it. But for the moment, use version 3.1.0, okay? Because well, I think with version 4.0 there are major changes, and okay, I will not recommend you to use that one for this project. With version 3.1.0 it works perfectly. So let's install this project, this this NuGet package, and okay, you will probably be prompt to accept some terms and also install other references. We just accept it and that's it. Okay, so well, while it is being installed, we can, okay, now we got this message to accept the license. Okay, so we just accept, and okay, and now while it is installing, we can continue working. So let's go to character service file class. Yep. Then let's add this namespace. Let's add using Microsoft dot Windows Azure. It is okay. Now it is being added. Okay, mobile services, and that's it. Now let's declare two objects. First, private mobile service client, and private I mobile service table character table. Sorry. Yes. Then let's create a constructor, so we can use this snippet ctor tab 2 times, and we will create an object or an instance of our two previous we will create instances of the two previous objects. So client assigned to new mobile service client. Yep. And in this case we need the URL of our mobile service client or our Azure backend, which is constants.mobile service URL. Now we can proceed to character table. Is client dot get table character. Okay, this table, and parentheses, this table is already defined in this backend. It is already created, but as I said, I will teach you how to create your backend by following the instructions. Okay, what else? Now we can create a method with a similar signature as this one. This method retrieves characters from a file, but now we want to get the information from the cloud. So I will create this method, private async task. I will retrieve list of characters, and the method is read characters from Azure. And the code goes as follows. First, try catch. In this case, I will return default. In case of error, list of characters. And I will just create a new query, character table dot order by. This is optional, but I just want to retrieve the information sort by name. If you remember, the characters are read from file with the as they are listed on the file. Sorry. So here you can see Veil Organa, Mon Mothma. So I am using this order by, so you can see the difference. I mean that we can actually test that we are getting the information from the cloud and not from the file. So the characters will be listed in different order. Okay, so what else? Now we return with a await call query dot to list async. Yep, and that's it. And just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to. I missed this element. That's why I was getting some errors. I need to. I had to close this tag. Okay. And finally, instead of reading characters from file, I will tell the service to read from Azure. Okay. And guess what? That's it for challenge 3. Let's see if it works. So what did I do for this challenge? First, we added the Microsoft Azure Mobile Client package. Second, we included the URL for your backend, Azure backend. Third, we updated the service. It means I included the code to retrieve the information from Azure, and obviously we call the service, and that's it. As you can see, it is very easy. Obviously, all the effort is in the cloud. I mean, creating the service and setting up the environment. But actually, Azure provides you with tools to do it easily. You can see here that there is a tutorial, and it is not so long. I mean, in matter of minutes, you can set up your mobile backend. So I will teach you how to do it. And while it is compiling, if you have any questions, just let me know. By the way, do you have Azure account? alphabetically. In order to demonstrate that we are okay. Now the solution is being implemented. So, okay, let's wait a few seconds. Okay, finally. Okay, so here we can see the application that has been deployed. And okay, it is downloading the information. And you can see now that the characters are shown in alphabetic order. A, B, M, P. Yep. In the previous version, Veil Organa was shown first, but now it is obtained from Azure instead of the JSON file, and the application behaves as if expected because we click and then we get the information, the detailed information. Yep. So that's it. Congratulations on completing the third challenge. But of course, we want to learn more, right? So, any questions? What do you think? Awesome, right? Oh, sorry. I didn't see. I am very sorry. I just noticed that, yeah, the screen is black. I'm very sorry for this. I will show you again what happened. Okay, I will. Okay, now, yep, I think now we can zip. Yep, yeah, okay, I will explain again what happened. So first, you can see that the list of characters is displayed in the application, but now the characters are listed in alphabetical order, A, B, M, P. First, Veil Organa was shown, but now it is another character. And that was the main change that we made in the code. Also, obviously, now we obtain information from the cloud server in Azure instead of the file. But for the rest, the application works as expected, or I mean, as it was working on challenge 2. It doesn't matter the information, the source. It was JSON file. Now it is a database, a SQL database on Azure cloud, but it can be even our local server or even a remote server from another technology, MySQL, Oracle, or whatever. Obviously, the implementation will be a bit different because in this case we are using mobile services, also a package provided by Microsoft to simplify this process. For other backends, well, we need the specific implementation, but as you can see, it is very easy for these kind of solutions. So, since we already completed the third challenge, we can show off a bit and just tweet it. So, okay, any questions? Okay, I will ask you, do you want to create the Azure mobile app right now or at the end of the presentation? I mean, we can focus on solving the 5 challenges and then we can do this part for our specific test. I don't know what do you want. Do you want to move on for challenge and then we can come back to this part at the end? I mean, when we complete the 5 challenges, or do you want to do it right now? I can do what you want. So quick poll. At the end? Okay. Yeah, so we can focus on the challenges and then we can go back to this backend creation. It is easy, but okay, I want to focus on the challenges and then this part. But of course, it will not be a problem, okay? So let's skip this part for the moment and move to the 4th challenge. Okay, thanks. So the 4th challenge is about identifying your users of your application. It means that we will add user authentication to this app. There are several possibilities. One of them is to use existing authentication providers, which are quite popular and quite unknown, such as Twitter, Microsoft account, Instagram, Facebook, and some others. You name it. Google también. You Google as well, why not? Okay, so we are using now a different authentication backend, which is this one, Xamarin Alliance secure backend. So it means that now we are updating our mobile app. Okay, we will do later. I will just explain what we are going to do. We are we are going to update our application. So at the beginning, instead of showing directly the list of Xamarin Alliance members, the user will be asked to log in through credentials, in this case Facebook credentials, and after the login is successful, then the application will be shown. So now only authenticated users will be allowed to enter to our application. This is very useful because sometimes we want information about our clients, our customers, especially, or if particularly if we are trying, for example, to monetize or to provide um, specific user experience. So this is also important when we are developing mobile applications, to know information about our users. And of course, to add this authentication, we can do it in our Azure portal. And there you have the steps how to do it. It is very easy. And opposite to our previous challenge, in our previous challenge, we didn't code too much. I told you that the effort is put on the backend. But for authentication, it is the opposite. In the backend, it means in the Azure portal, you don't need to do too much, but you need to add code. So let's get started. So first of all, let's go to constants and add a new URL. Let's say public static read only string mobile service authentication URL assigned to, and then we use this Xamarin Alliance secure backend. Okay. Obviously, instead of using in character service the mobile service URL, here we will use the other one, authentication URL. So okay, we have done two things. First, define new constant for this URL, and second is to update the mobile service client URL. Third step, as suggested here, is to create interface for authentication, because in this case we are using platform specific code, but we will call it from our portable class library by using interfaces. Okay, so I can copy these codes and in services folder, let's create new class. Actually, it is interface, so I will select interface. Name is I authenticate. Okay, I will delete the first 4 namespaces and I will keep system3 tasks. I will replace with the recommended code. Public interface I authenticate, and this every class that implements this I authenticate interface must implement the authenticate method, which returns a async bool. Okay. Now let's define in app.c#, it means this one, app.xaml.c#, yep, here. Let's add the following codes. Let's add public static void init I authenticate. Okay, since it doesn't appear, let's add the namespace using Xamarin Alliance dot services. Now, okay, yes, we have it. Public static void init I authenticate authenticator. I forgot that I need to define a public static authenticate object. Interface, which is which has a get and set, and in the init method I assign the parameter to the property of this application, and this is kind of a global element because it can be accessed from any location in this project. Okay, and this is also included here. Well, I could have copied it and just paste it. Okay, now let's create on views a new page. So let's add new element, cross-platform category, forms blank content page XAML. Name is login page. And this user interface is very simple because it will contain only a button. But first, let's add title, login, Facebook login, and let's add a button. Name is BTN login. It is not necessary, but I want to identify the elements. Text login and clicked event. I will copy this because I will need it later. Horizontal options, center, and vertical options, center and expand. So you will see that it will be shown, displayed in the middle of the screen. Okay, what else? Now let's go to the code behind of login page, and let's add the following code. Let's add all authenticated and declare async void the clicked event handler of the button. And the code is this one. If the authenticator instance is not null, then authenticated is well, we are actually creating the instance of this element. It is already authenticated. But in this case, we will modify the code instead of refreshing items, because we are adding a new page. if the user is authenticated, we don't need this one. If the user is already authenticated, then it means that we can navigate to our character list page. Do you remember that? I told you previously that first the user needs to log in in Facebook, let's say, and then it can see the list of characters. If the user is not authenticated, well, nothing will be displayed to it except the login page. So what else? Now we need to establish or set this login page as the root page. So we go back to app.xaml.c#. Instead of displaying character list page, we show login page. Yep. And that's it for the shared code. Now we need to write platform-specific code to call the Facebook service, login service, for example, or some others such as Twitter and so on. So we need to do this. Actually, this is also recommended or mentioned in the challenge. Add authentication to the platform-specific project, because we have not implemented the authentication process yet, but we need to do it. But before moving to that part, I would like to know if you have any questions, because the rest of the code, well, it will be actually copy-paste. But I want to know, or I want to be sure that everything is fine at this moment. No problem? Any questions? Tere, Brian, Francisco, Victor? I know there should be one question. Everything clear? Okay, so while you think about one question, I will continue with the code. We open main activity file, which is in the Android project. First part is to include the interface here in the definition or the signature of this class. Main activity, so okay, it inherits from forms application activity. Now we will add comma, and we will put I authenticate. Since it is not recognized, we just need to add a namespace, which is the services folder from Xamarin Alliance app.services. So we just include this. And okay, now we receive another error, but it is because the do you remember this method has not been implemented? This authenticate method has not been implemented yet. That's why it is, let's say, Visual Studio is still complaining, but don't worry, because okay, there is one question. Where is authenticated defined? Okay, which authenticated? Okay, yep. Well, that's a very good question. Authenticated is the result of calling this method authenticator.authenticate. But you may ask, okay, but what about this method? Because I know that there is some authenticator method, object here. But where is authenticate method? Well, it will be defined here in the platform specific code. You can see here this authenticate method. When this instruction is called, it will actually go to this method. Why? Because there is no other, it is an Android project. So I will copy first this part in the main activity. I will probably need to add, yes, namespace. Okay, good. And second part is authentic. So I just need to copy and paste. And that's it. Okay, I need again to add another one. Yes. And obviously I need to modify something here. So instead of to do item manager is Xamarin. Give me 1 second. Yes, because it is not defined well. I also need to add system here. But about to do item. 1 second. Because it should be my mobile service. Okay, so first of all, yes, I need to do some changes. Yeah. Okay. I need to define my mobile an instance of the mobile service client. So var client equals to, assigned to new mobile service client by using constants. I need to add this. Yes, Xamarin Alliance app dot helpers dot authentic mobile service authentication URL. Okay. Second part is user assigned to await and client dot login async, and that's it. Yep. Because in this case, well, this code was for the default project. That's why it says to do item manager. But I use an instance of our mobile service client. Okay. Yep, that's it. There is another change here. In the onCreate method, current platform dot init. This is for the mobile service, and then app dot init. Do you remember that we have an init method? Well, we just pass an iAuthenticated cast of this main activity. Why is it possible? Because if you remember, main activity implements the iAuthenticated interface. So it is possible to cast this. Okay, it says that it is not necessary. So, well, you can use this instruction or this one. So, okay, I will just pass this. And that's it. Let's test it and see if it is working. So, give me 1 second. Let me file. And well, you know that it will take some time. So again, let me do a quick summary about what we did. First, we added a new constant here for the mobile service authentication URL. Second part, we updated the character service by calling this mobile service client. Third, we added this iAuthenticated interface. Fourth, we defined a new login page, a new view, which in this case it only contains a button and the authentication call. This authentication is implemented in each platform-specific code. This authenticate method can be established in iOS project, Windows, Universal Windows Platform project, or even Android project, as we did. And before moving to the Android code, we just updated the reference, the root page. Instead of navigating to the character list page, we are now navigating to the login page. And what else? We also defined this new object, authenticator, iAuthenticated. Yes, here. And don't forget that this method is important because with this method, we actually know which platform we are targeting. As you saw, this init method is called in main activity. Obviously, for the iOS project, it will be called in main class here. Here we can have the same instruction. It means app.init this, but obviously we also need to implement the iAuthenticated interface in the main file class. The same goes for Universal Windows Platform project. So since it is receiving this object, this main activity object, and there is authenticate method here, well, this is the code that will be called. Okay, and yeah, that's it. It will be logged, and then the authentication will be successful, hopefully, right? So let's see if it actually works. Any questions? So I think this time there is no blank or dark. Sorry, dark. Okay, so here you can see the login button. Okay, very small, but anyways, let's click on it, and then you can see the authenticate page, and our credentials will be required. Yeah, so this is the Facebook account for Xamarin Alliance app. So yep, that's email and password. Oops, I think you are. Okay, so just let me type the password in another part. Okay, and go. So now yeah, this is the sign in result. You are now signed in as this SID. Okay, this is a notification. You can just skip this one. And okay, I think the information is not being displayed. Okay, I think I have an error. I will tell you what happened. Um, I should not use this URL for the mobile service client. I'm sorry. This mobile service authentication URL is only used for the authentication process. I just need to use the previous mobile service URL. Okay, because the authentication is implemented in different applications. So now let me update again the service. I just use the previous URL in the sorry. It's not here. No, okay. This is main activity, and yes, we should use mobile service authentication URL. But in the service, I mean character service, yep, here, we should use the previous mobile service URL. So now let me cancel and done. So again, just use the mobile service URL in character service instead of the other one. So while it is canceling, yep. Now I can again deploy. Yep, sorry for that. Oh, I forgot to mention about the notification that you saw with the sign in token. This is built or constructed in the main activity here. there is an alert dialog builder with this message, and this message is obtained here. Of course, it is not necessary to show or this message to your users, because that is not relevant information for them, but for you, this user ID is very important or useful, because that way you can, for example, store this information to see to display later information about this specific customer, user, or whatever. Okay, you can store this information on the on your, for example, database, and later you can say, okay, this is not a new user because he already signed in before. So you can avoid unnecessary requests to your service. Okay. Okay, so did it work for you? I hope so. Now it is being implemented again. Okay, we have been working for 2.5 hours, but I hope that this session has been very productive and that you have learned new things. What do you think about it? Is it okay? Or any comment is useful for me, so I can improve for later webinars. Okay, now the application is shown. So let's see if this execution is correct. Okay, again, so we can click on login. Okay, and since the user has already signed in this application, well, it does not ask me for credentials. Please remember that there is a token, and also this token has mm, some let's say time of existence. It means that for some minutes or hours, you will not be requested again to sign in. So yeah, that's why the credentials are not required again. Obviously, if I uninstall the application, well, yeah, again, I will be asked to log in with the Facebook account. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you liked this presentation. There are some mistakes, but okay, nothing to worry about. And then you can see that now the information is being displayed. Excellent. And yeah, it works as expected. Again, we click on some characters, and yeah. So what about you? Did it work for you? Do you need any help? Now it worked as the challenge suggested. Okay, so I can stop And since I finish this challenge, I will tweet it. Yeah, every token has some kind of expiration date, let's call it that way. And that's why it didn't ask me to log in again. I can implement, let's say, sign out or log out button, and then delete this token. By the way, well, if you speak Spanish, next Wednesday I will be teaching with another Microsoft MVP and Xamarin MVP, Humberto Jaimes, and we will be talking about Facebook authentication and Twitter with Xamarin Forms, and I will teach you how to do this part, especially Facebook and Twitter from login to logout process, and also obtaining information from your profile. I can share with you the link for registration if you give me 1 second. So in case you are interested, this webinar is around 9 p.m. Mexico City time. In Europe is about around 4 a.m. in the morning. So, well, it's fine. This is the link for the webinar. Okay, this one. So I hope you can join us. In this case, well, it is a webinar in Spanish, but well, I hope it's you didn't lose so much of the explanation, friend. Okay, so I hope that you could complete the 4th challenge. Let's move on the 5th one, which is the final one. So in this challenge, you learn how to implement Facebook authentication to your mobile application. So only, let's say, authenticated users can access to the content. Right. So let's solve challenge 5, which until completion will allow you to get a very nice diploma from Xamarin and Microsoft. So, okay, in this case, we are using another cloud-based service, which is Azure Storage. Azure Storage, as the name suggests, allows you to store files. We call them blobs, binary large objects, such as images, text files, JSON files, XML files, PDFs, any resource you want. And okay, so you have these files in the cloud, and your application can download them to, for example, if it's an image, to display it, If it's a PDF file, maybe to allow the user to download it or to also show it in your application. If it's XML file, maybe to analyze it and show something. But sometimes these files are protected or need to be protected. It means that not all the users can retrieve them. So you need something called a Secure Access Token, SAS. So that's what we are using for this final challenge. Of course, you need to solve the third or fourth challenge before, but we already did that. And well, there is Azure Storage account. So again, we will use this. And you can read about a very nice description about Azure Storage. I already said something, but this is very much detailed explanation. Okay, you have your storage and maybe your application wants to download a file. The backend will generate a SAS token, and of course there will be some methods or some way to access this token if you get access to it, depending on the token, or shared access signature, which is the actual name for SAS token, shared access signatures. Sorry. So, okay, let me. Okay, yeah. So there are two URLs. First, this is the Azure Storage account, and second is the image that we are going to display. The images or blobs are stored in a bit different URL. So let's start with these two parts, okay? Let's go to our project and define two more constants. First, public static read-only string storage account URL. Yes. And second, public static read-only string Xamarin Alliance logo URL assigned to this image. Of course, it is not possible to get access to the image because we have not signed or we have not requested the secure access to it. That's why we get this. But we will use it here for the URL. Okay, now let's follow these steps. First, let's add the Azure Storage Client SDK Nugget package to the Xamarin application. Okay, so let's search for Windows Azure.storage. Let's add this package to the solution. Manage Nugget packages. Windows Azure.storage. Yep. Okay, version 8 is okay. To be honest, it recommends you to use version 7.2.1 But honestly, in my case, this other version, 8.1.1, worked for me. Actually, this version 7 didn't. So, okay, you can follow, or you can install version 7 or version 8. If it does not work for you, just change the version number. So in my case, I will use 8.1.1, but it's up to you which one to use. Don't worry if it doesn't work, just update the version. So I will install it, and let's wait a bit until it is installed, then we will proceed to the next steps. Of course, probably you will be required to accept a license, no problem. Okay, it will install a lot of packages, don't worry, it's normal. So let's accept. Okay, now while it is being installed, let's add a new service. So right click services folder, add, new class. Name of this class is image service. And the code for this one. Okay, this is a bit of research because not all the code is included in here, but obviously you are provided with some links that you can read about it. But okay, here is the code for you. So first we will add a reference to Microsoft.Windows Azure .mobile services. We also need a reference to system.io. Threading task, it's already there. The helpers for the constants, and two libraries, Microsoft.Windows Azure.storage.house. Of course, it is not recognized yet because it is being installed while I am talking, but I don't want to wait until it finishes because it will take some time. Okay, and finally Microsoft Windows Azure.storage, and that's it. This class is public and static. It means that I don't need to create a new instance, and it will define two methods. First, public static async task stream get image, and public static async task string and I will call this method get GUID. Why? Because in this challenge, in order to prove that you completed it, you need to obtain one unique identifier. So that's why I am adding this method. In the submission form, you need to provide this information. Okay. So I am, let's say, also writing code for the next part. So for the image, let's write this code. Try and catch. Okay. Try var client. We will connect to the mobile service. Mobile service client constants dot mobile service URL. Let's get the token await client dot invoke API async, and then we get a string, and let's write the following address: slash API slash storage token slash create token. This your relative path or relative URL is mentioned here. This is the service that we need to add. There is, by the way, a small typo in the code, because as you can see, this string was added, and well, I think it's because well, it's HTML tag, or I mean, sorry, because in this website you use HTML, and this tag, you know, it causes some problems. So that's why it was not shown. So you just need to add this to the code. Okay, so let's continue. If you have questions, do you have any questions? Let me check the chat. No problem for the moment. Okay. So let's continue. Oh, sorry. So string storage account name is Xamarin Alliance. This is also mentioned here. Yes, this is the code actually. Yeah, actually we can copy these 4 lines as they are already provided. Storage account name, storage credentials. Okay, it is not being recognized because, as I said, the package is still being installed. It takes some time. Okay, storage credentials. Then the cloud storage account. I think there is a minor change here. Credentials, storage name. No, okay, it's fine. And then we create a closed blob client. This closed blob client is some kind of connection to the blob storage. Then we will use this code to retrieve the image file that is contained in this storage account, Xamarin Alliance. It means that in the Xamarin Alliance container there is an images folder or another container, let's say, and inside is this file. So we can copy again these 4 lines of code and paste them. Var container assigned to blob client, client. Okay. I get this error because I already defined a client, and also here is token. I'm sorry for this. Okay, so I will just update this code, blob client, then blob client again, and that's it. Yep. Var blob client count dot create blob client. Container is images. Our blob is container dot get blob reference. Okay, that's it. And finally, this blob can be returned as a memory stream. Memory stream assigned to a new. Well, we create an instance. Then we await this blob.download to a stream async, and finally we return the memory stream. Yep, that's it for the image. Obviously, we need to display it on image control or image view. Okay. Well, we also need to complete the exception return. So let's add return null nil. I will remove this line, and that's it. And now I will type the code for the second method. Do you have any questions for the moment? Everything okay? Okay. So for this method is kind of similar. Var client new mobile service client constant dot mobile service URL var our identifier, and again this code is already provided here. Var identifier, and then in this case we invoke this service receive credit. And we return this identifier. Okay, just let me check. Okay, it's some kind of token. Okay, it says that I need to convert it to a token. I think that, yep, the service was already converted. Okay, so there should be value here. Okay, so probably it is because of the version. Just let me check something. What about you? Is it also kind of complaining here? Oh, I see. I forgot. Here I also need to add string conversion. Yep, that's why. Yep. As I said in the HTML, code, well, it is not included because of the tag, but yeah, these curly brackets, the code. Yeah, I needed to cast the outcome of the invoke API async methods. Yeah, and now it is completed. So these methods are added to the service. Now let's modify the login page. Okay, yes, could you show us constant.cs file, of course? Yes, I just added two URLs. One is for the storage account and second is for the logo, but in this case actually this logo URL was not used because we obtained the image with the blob storage method. So actually you don't need the last one, but storage account, yes you do, because we need to set up this first part. Xamarin Alliance.blob.core windows.net. But this URL is mentioned in the challenge 5 description. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So let's continue. Let's go to login page. You can add it in any part you wish. In this case, I will do it in the login page. So I will also add the background. I can even copy it from another page. I will do it so our user interface is better, because you also need to submit a screenshot of your application. So it is better to show something, let's say, with background rather than only buttons. Okay. So I just copy this background image from another page. Okay, so that was the first part. Second part is to add a stack layout. I will add the button, login button there, but also I will add image with some identifier, properties, and with I will also set up a width and height request, 400 pixels. And the image should fit in this size. I will show the identifier in one label. And that's it. So I need to show both the image and the the identifier is not necessary to show it, because you can retrieve it by using debug. But okay, I will just show it. We are close to finish, by the way, because we just need to call the methods that we implemented in the image service. So let's go to login page.xaml.c#. And let's work on it. So in this login page, let's add Xamarin Alliance app.services. Yep. Then we go to we implement an async override of the onAppearing method, protected async void onAppearing, and let's call await get image and await get ID. Sorry. Okay, what happens with these methods? Well, async void get image and async void. Let's declare these two methods. Okay, sorry, this is my mistake. Async task and async task. Yes. Now, for get image, the code is the following: var stream assigned to await image service, which is the static class, get image, and let's simply assign it to the image logo. We just need to move the pointer to the origin. Sorry. Seek origin dot begin and stream position. Yep. Image logo dot source assigned to image source dot from stream, and we use a delegate stream. Yes. And for the identifier is more or less the same, but easier. Service dot get identifier label. Sorry, label dot text. Yes, and that's it. We are done. Let's test this code. So basically, we defined two new methods: get image and get your unique identifier. But these are just, let's say, wrappers to the real methods: image service dot get GUID and image service dot get image. We are simply assigning these results. It means the stream and also the string to the views in the page, the image and the label. For the string, we need to just move the pointer to the beginning, but other than that, this is not difficult code, let's say. And these two methods are called in the onAppearing method by using async and await, because we are requesting some resources, cloud resources, so it will take some time, and we don't want that the user interface would be locked. That's why we are calling with asynchronous way. And what else? All the magic, let's say, happens in this image service. The image service, well, you already saw it here. Yes. These are the methods to retrieve information from blob storage and also from some services. In this case, this is a web API to get a token for your, let's say, for your submission. And this is the web API method to gain another token, but this token is a secure token. As you know, it is compiling again. Okay, so we are waiting for the project to be deployed. But while it is performing this building, build and compile process, well, if you have any questions, please let me know. So that's it. Well, almost. We just need to check that the project runs correctly. And if it works, then I will explain how you can prove that you finish these challenges and receive your diploma. Let me download the diploma in the meantime. To show it. Okay, the application is running, and then you can see this is Facebook login. Now our login button, and okay, yes, that's the logo, the image, and also the unique identifier. So this challenge is completed. Let me show it to you. By the way, well, it would be a good idea to stop the code here, or put set a breakpoint, because you need to type the identifier, and well, obviously you can copy it from here, but in case you have an error, well, you will not be able to receive your credit. So yeah, I forgot about that. So again, let me stop. I just set a breakpoint here in the get GUID method again. So I can copy it to maybe Notepad because I will use it later to submit my application. So again, it's compiling, but I am very happy because well, the application worked on the first try. So again, it will take some time, but I think you got the idea, right? So okay, while it is compiling again, I will explain to you a few things. First of all, okay, so if your application both show the user retrieve the identifier and display the image, then you already completed your challenge. So you can first tweet it. That's not necessary, but you know it's part of the fun. And second is to click on this submission form. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same link. And I'm sorry. Yes, when you click on this link, let me do it again. Online submission form. Yes, this is the submission form. Okay, you will be asked for your name. Just consider that you will enter your name as it should appear on your diploma. You can write your whole name or whatever you want. This is the email address that you will be where you will receive your diploma. You need to upload a screenshot of your completed Xamarin Alliance application. It means, for example, the one that we show. We just get a screenshot of it, and here you need to enter the identifier. So, as you saw, I set a breakpoint here, and now I got the identifier here. Sorry. So I can copy to the. But why not? Maybe directly here. Your country. Can I receive a second diploma? And obviously, okay. Let me continue with this. So you will see the application. Yeah, here it is, and just get a screenshot. Whoops, that happens. Yes. Oops. Well, anyways, you can submit this form. It shows that the challenge is already completed because the image is displayed. It doesn't hurt to include the code, so you can prove that you already did it. And basically, that's it. You click on this finish survey button, and at the end of the month, you will receive this very nice diploma, which proves that you completed the challenges, the coding challenges. And okay, I think it's beautiful, but you know, it's part of the experiences. It's official, it's valid from Xamarin Microsoft, and signed by Xamarin MVP and also technical evangelist from Microsoft. So I think it is worth. Uh, I mean, it took us 3 hours, maybe less, um, because we came back to explain some things, but I think it was quite okay. So basically, that's it. That's it for this challenge. Um, I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I always consider that every time you prove or every time you go through some codes, challenges, projects, you learn something new. And well, I hope that you enjoyed this session and also the application. What do you think about it? I think it's fun one, very, let's say, maybe simple, but obviously you can do. Actually, that's a question. What would you do next after you learn this? Yes, that's uh, that's the objective of these challenges. It's not only about the diploma. It's not only about the paper, but what will you do next? Thank you for your comments. uh, it's my pleasure to help and to do this. I'm always eager to help. So when you said that it was helpful, okay, I am I am happy. I mean, it means that our time was wisely used. So I hope, Francisco, that you will receive your diploma soon. And thank you for attending this session, this event. I hope that, well, most of the time I explain too much, but I always want to give a lot of details or as much as I can, so you can learn too much. So that's it. Do you have any? Yes, of course. This session is being recorded in the same link, and of course I will share it again in Twitter or also in the Facebook group. So I recommend you that after you finish these 5 challenges, go through the sixth one. I have not checked it, but well, it says something about advanced user interface. So I'm pretty sure that you will learn new things. Okay, reformat the data from service to list of list. Okay, it looks nice. This is for grouping, I think. Yep, grouping information, in this case by movie. Yeah, grouping. So you learn how to do it on different platforms. So why not? Let's try it. And well, if you are, I also saw some challenges. I think that, but these are available only for specific countries. Okay, this already finished. I think there is one. If you are from Luxembourg, you can do an internship. No. I don't. But there is one link, or there I saw it on Twitter. Any attendee from Luxembourg? Luxembourg? Mm. I would have liked to try this one, but it's only for Belgium. No, you are welcome. You are welcome. I hope that this was useful for you, and also thank you for your time here. So, any questions? Anything else I can do for you? I think it was a really good time, 3 hours, almost 3.5. But yeah, it's always good to share something. So don't forget to complete these challenges. No, it is not necessary to solve all the challenges, but of course, if you complete the fifth one, the third and fourth one, then you will be able to complete the fifth one. Um, Obviously, also, if you do all, you will learn much more. So yeah, it depends on each one. I recommend you to go through all of them. I mean, for the first two ones were very easy to do. Yep, you only get evaluated by the fifth one. You're welcome. Okay, so thank you very much for attending the session. I think if you have any other questions, just let me know. If I have some time, I will post an explanation about these challenges in my blog. But I have, if I have some time. Okay, yes. Don't forget to complete these challenges before June 30 because that's the deadline, or even earlier, so you can receive your diploma soon. Let's you can, I mean, take advantage that this is free challenge or free opportunity to receive yes, this kind of a certificate. So why not? I mean, besides for of the diploma, the knowledge that you acquire. Um, okay, so I think that's it. Thank you very much for attending this 3.5 hour session. I hope that you like it and learn too much. And see you next time. Um, bye. Bye from the Czech Republic. Thank you.